Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, 3 rounds. This scheduled in the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. He's a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 9 inches tall. He weighed in at the featherweight limit, 146 pounds. As a professional, his record stands at 9 victories, 10 defeats with 1 no contest. He fights out of Dublin, Ireland. Here is the prospect killer, Artem Lobov! And next, his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist standing 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighed in 145.5 pounds and brings a 19-fight record that stands at 12 victories, 6 defeats with 1 draw, fighting out of Sunderland, England. Here is Andrew Fisher! Referee in charge of the action, Mark Goddard.
Mark Goddard about to get this one underway. Lobov in the white shorts, Fisher in the black and red trunks. Do not blink, folks. 3 5-minute rounds in the featherweight division. We are underway.
Immediately, both guys looking to exchange. Fisher getting close to Lobov's hips briefly for a moment there, but choosing to stay out at range to start with.
We want to talk about a guy who fights anyone, anytime, anywhere, any weight. Artem Lobov recently entered a lightweight tournament, got to the finals, lost a close decision to UFC veteran Andre Winner. He really is the quintessential fighter's fighter. Andrew Fisher looking to make a mark here in his Cage Warriors debut.
Both these guys have excellent camps behind them, so everything else being square, they're going to be very well prepared here. Just a little searching kick there, really caught the balance of Lobov.
In the corner of Fisher, we see Alex Enland, the man to hand Lobov his last defeat here on Cage Warriors.
It's interesting.
Oh, huge head kick! That's on the bounty list. Andrew Fisher pounces. Wow. He's landing some huge shots.
Lobov's still here. He's trying.
My God,
he's trying to maintain his guard. Andrew Fisher really throwing it in here and immediately looking to pass, go to knee on belly. He knows this is his chance, but let's see if he slows the pace down here.
Artem Lobov still in this fight, Josh.
Wow, how? I'm not sure. I mean, he was very, very close to the referee stopping that fight there, and I don't think anyone would have blamed him if he did, but he's managed to hold on to a half guard here, and Andrew Fisher getting that forehead to work.
We told you not to blink, and we meant it.
And this is where Fisher will start to make it really uncomfortable. There's some damage to the head and face of Lobov. Fisher will be grinding into that with every point of his elbow, every part of his chin that he can. Looking to pass now as Lobov tries to re-establish guard. You see, look, Fisher's forehead permanently pressed into the chin of Artem Lobov, just trying to keep his back on the mat and keep him as uncomfortable as possible. And as I said in the walkout, this is what he likes to do, grind on his opponents.
Well, both men have a common opponent in Shea Walsh. Andrew Fisher fought him not too long ago. One of the most horrific broken jaws I've ever seen. The jawbone's actually sticking out of Walsh's mouth by the end of the second round of that fight. Lobov knocked Walsh out in the 3rd round. So both men picking up a win over their only common opponent.
Yeah, I mean, I think Artem Lobov has got his senses back here. He's certainly back and aware of where he is in the fight, but it really is going to be an uphill struggle for him here now. Andrew Fisher's top control here is just looking very heavy. You can see he is still looking to turn his hips over and threaten the pass, but notice he's doing everything he can to keep Artem flat on his back.
It's going to work, gents. You want to stay there, please stay busy. Improve that position.
As you hear the instructions from referee Mark Goddard, asking Fisher to stay busy if he wants to be allowed to keep this one on the mat.
See, Artem looked for the left underhook there. Fisher immediately saw it coming, re-pummeled his own arm. There he goes again. And it's really in this position, it's a battle for this underhook that's closest to us against the cage. And at the moment, it's Fisher marching that underhook high. That's allowing him to keep Artem Lobov flat on his back and therefore immobile.
You don't have to be looking to finish the fight for the full 5 minutes, Josh, to keep this position, but you do have to be attacking You have to be looking to advance.
Yeah, looking to change your position is definitely a big part of it. Again, you see Lobov secures the unhook. Very nonchalantly, Andrew Fisher re-pummels, and now he's earned that pass and looks to go to a crucifix.
Excellent work from Artem Lobov there.
You see, knowing he was in that crucifix just gave him that little surge of adrenaline he needed to find the explosive energy to escape, but immediately Andrew Fisher tries to body lock him back against the cage.
Right in front of us here at the commentary position. Lobov looking to punch his way out of that clinch, does so successfully, takes the center of the cage, and we saw a shade of one of those famous Artem Lobov uppercuts there.
Well, maybe he's going to make it out of this first round, but Andrew Fisher showing that he is no slouch on the feet.
Really is a very complete fighter, is Andrew Fisher. And we've seen all kinds of shades of that in this contest so far. I mean, lots of good strikes landed, great grappling control. That's one of those uppercuts right from the hip. What a gunslinger.
I mean, the reason he has his hands low is to be able to move his head quicker, but obviously the shin is a big target to try and duck out of the way of.
Stop. First round in the books, all action as promised, Josh.
Yeah, how Artem Lobov managed to stay in this one, other than just through sheer heart, I have absolutely no idea.
Well, let's take a look back at some of that action, and we'll see that head kick caught him with the ankle, really wobbled him there.
Yeah, but the flurries were what did a lot of the damage, and you can see backed up against the fence, some very good shots landed there. And the referee was close to calling it here. Looked as though Lobov was turning away, but he managed to hold on to this half guard.
Excellent call by Mark Goddard there, it has to be said,
yeah,
letting that one
absolutely go. Lovely guard pass from Andrew Fisher, sunk his hip to the mat, but a very nice escape from Artem Lobov.
Let's go, guys.
And 10 more minutes of that would be a very welcome addition to this Cage Warriors 70 card. I've said it before, I'll say it again, do not blink, folks. Fisher versus Lobov, round 2. Brad Wharton and Josh Palmer calling the action, and there's been plenty of it here tonight. At Cage Warriors 70, Lobov unloading there with the hooks.
I mean, of course, Lobov's southpaw stance, that right kick, came right up the open side. And that's why it was so easy to find the head as a target. But this is a change in game plan from Andrew Fisher, looking for the single leg now. If he can connect his hands, Lobov having to spread his base as wide as possible. What he's doing here is branching his legs out, making himself as big as possible so that his opponent can't reach around and connect his hands together.
Good work here so far from the prospect killer defending this takedown.
Very interesting toe strikes to the calf from Andrew Fisher. Haven't seen that one before.
You're showing me something from there, guys. Don't hold.
Let's see if Fisher switches off to a single leg here. That he does.
He's going to look to rip his man off the cage with this single leg takedown.
And again, goes back to the double. Lobov forced to spread his base wide. Oh, and Fisher tried, and immediately Artem Lobov on the chin strap to control the head.
Big knee from Lobov there.
That was excellent takedown defense from Lobov. Searching left hook to the body.
And Josh, we've seen a couple of crazy comebacks tonight so far. Looks like we may be seeing another one here from Artem Lobov.
He's always dangerous with the power he can generate, throwing those hands from the hips. It's so unorthodox, but it is very effective when it lands. I think Andrew Fisher, it was a good idea from him to switch it up in this round, to try something different, change the tempo. You know, unsuccessful on that first attempt, but let's see if he goes back to the well on that one.
Body kick blocked there by Fisher. And Fisher's corner urging him on, telling him to get busy.
The danger here, and we've seen it before, is that Lobov overcommits to these strikes, comes a bit too far forward and makes himself all that more accessible for his opponent to get a hold of him and bring him down to the ground. But there's definitely a new lease of life in Artem Lobov here.
Definitely buoyed by the confidence. A looping left hand landed there. and one to the body. Fisher on the back foot now. There's the takedown though from Fisher. Lobov trying to scramble.
Going for
the knee bar.
Well, knee bar or heel hook if he can. What he's trying to do is reap the leg and get control of the hip. Can't quite get that left leg over though. He needs to get the left leg across Fisher's hip. There we go. That's going to allow him to extend, and he's looking for the heel hook here.
Precarious position for Fisher.
Oh, if he can feed the leg through and control that far leg as well, it's a bit hard to explain, but it'd be a nice knee knot. Fisher's trying to sit all his weight down. If he lets Lobov extend and take his base away from him, that right ankle and therefore the right knee of Andrew Fisher is in a very dangerous position.
Oh, Fisher coming down with a big punch, looking to keep his weight down on the legs.
This is a really good attacking chance for Artem Lobov. He needs to create that angle, and you see him trying to spin his head out to the side. And Fisher is trying to keep him as compressed as possible.
And Fisher causing something of a stalemate here as he looks to defend the leg attack of
this is
Artem
interesting.
Lobov.
Artem Lobov's been trying to move his body out to the left side because that's what would turn the hip over. But John Kavanagh has been shouting to him, no, go to your right side, and that'll sit him down and really expose his knee for the submission. There we go, he sat him down to the side. They're calling for top position rather than the submission.
Both men back to their feet though.
That was really good use of the leg lock game to force
Artem Lobov
scramble
turning
and
it
stand
up. Fisher with another takedown. Lobov back on his feet.
Last 30 seconds, Artem Lobov's done some good work in this round so far. Let's see if he can really finish off this round and make it a very difficult decision for the judges here.
Artem throwing one of those big uppercuts. Fisher firing back. Lobov's hands characteristically low. He loves to do that and wing those big shots. Firing back on Fisher here. Final few seconds of the round.
The slip uppercut that's so dangerous
Big
from him.
knee.
And what a second round for Artem Lobov. He is firmly back in this one.
We have got a fight on our hands, folks. Second round to Lobov.
Certainly could be. It's going to be very, very close. I mean, obviously, that period where Andrew Fisher was on the top, I'm sure we'll see it in the replays here, is going to muddy the waters a little bit for him. But let's have a look at some of the handiwork of Artem Lobov.
Feet and fists flying in that second round from the prospect killer. And you talk about Artem Lobov's inconsistencies as we look at him attempt this knee bar here. He really can upset the apple cart on game day.
It can be in any way, shape or form. I mean, this was a really nice piece of work to use the leg lock to threaten the submission, to off-balance his opponent and ultimately get back to his feet. It was fantastic attacking / defensive jiu-jitsu and finishing strong here at the end. I do think that's the second round.
Both men smiling as we get ready to start this third and final round.
Third and final, gents, here we go, let's do it.
Phenomenal action so far. Fisher and Lobov keeping the crowd on their feet. Lobov starts things off with a couple of right hands there, and he's already got Fisher backed up.
Yeah, I think if Artem can keep pushing forward, really turn this striking on without overcommitting his hips too much, could be a very interesting decision for our judges.
You're going to think it's going to be a takedown at this stage for Fisher.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Fisher look for another takedown soon. I think you know, it's a good game plan for him.
Watch your fingers, Artem.
He hasn't thrown too much in the way of striking offense since that fantastic head kick and flurry in the first round.
Big body kick from Lobov.
Oh, and there you go, just overcommitted a little bit, and Fisher trying to find his way to his back. Lobov doing a good job of turning back to face his opponent, pummeling that right hand in to allow some more balanced control.
They're telling Fisher to stay tight on that single leg.
Yeah, Lobov needs to be spreading his weight here.
Little pull, little push. Got to do something, guys. Don't hold. Show me something. Don't hold.
See Lobov's trying to sneak that right arm in front of the face of Andrew Fisher and peel the contact of the head away from the body. The tighter Fisher can stay here, the better the likelihood of him finishing this takedown.
Fisher going for a double and he gets it.
And Lobov has got to scramble here. He can't accept this position. He's got to get back to his feet as quickly as possible.
That could be a game-changing takedown, Josh.
It could be if it stays like this for too long.
3 minutes to go in this fight. Andrew Fisher where he needs to be right now. The stand-up was not going his way in that second round or the start of the first. The grappling, though, is where he can shut down Lobov's offense.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what Andrew Fisher needs to do. We saw it in that first round, that he can maintain this crushing top half guard very well.
Improve that position.
But Artem Lobov cannot rest here.
Neither can Fisher. He's got to stay busy. On Mark Goddard will look to stand this fight up. Trying to slide the knee through now. Is Fisher.
I mean, Lobov would be happy with a stand-up here.
Absolutely.
There we go.
And there it comes.
Artem, don't play me. Don't play me when you're on your back. Ready, let's go.
Mark Goddard just asserting his authority on this fight. We often see that. Josh, fighters looking at the referee.
Again, that kick to the body. He's got to be careful it doesn't get countered. I wonder if Andrew Fisher's starting to get a little bit tired here.
Fisher again, trying to charge in for that takedown, looking to pin Lobov against the cage.
And that's the moment when Lobov's got to come back. That moment when he shrugs him off. That transition is when he's really got to try and get his strikes in. There's no striking offense coming from Andrew Fisher at all now. And you can see his body language is changing. But Artem Lobov has got to take advantage of that.
1 minute, 30 seconds left.
Again, that kick is just giving that leg up for the takedown, and Lobov...
Beautiful takedown from Fisher.
It really
Lobov
was.
with the reversal.
Yeah, Fisher changed the angle beautifully, and Lobov looking to move to the back here. Let's see if he throws some big shots from this back control. See him just floating his weight either side. Trying to work that knee in. And just hammer fists and shots here, mix it up one side and the other.
60 seconds to play with for Artem Lobov.
If Artem Lobov can put a minute of good ground and pound together here, I think he's going to nick this fight. Or, you know, maybe that first round was a 10-8 and we see a draw, but right now this is so exciting. There's so many permutations.
Perhaps a little bit too high on the back there. That's going to allow Fisher to get back to his feet, and it does.
Yeah, it was a good period of control for Artem Lobov, though. That's going to even out the top half guard that Andrew Fisher had, but didn't make use of earlier on in the round.
It's another one of those fights, Josh, where I do not envy our judging staff one bit. Lobov gets the takedown of his own, trying to pound away on Fisher.
And Artem Lobov is swinging this one back here. Huge shots.
Fisher trying to get back to his feet.
You look at the corner of Andrew Fisher. Pete Irvin is willing him to get up.
Oh, it's over!
And Artem Lobov!
Artem Lobov with the TKO! Andrew Fisher unable to answer the offense of the prospect killer.
Wow!
What an upset!
What a comeback from Artem Lobov. You want to see heart? That is it.
Unbelievable! Artem Lobov survived what was very nearly a fight-ending flurry in the first. We're going to take a look at some of the action now. Beautiful kick there from the prospect killer.
I mean, here we go. Andrew Fisher completed this takedown. Immediately, Lobov used that underhook, that 100% grip, to turn his man back over, and it was a good period of back control for him. And then he really, what's so impressive is he may have been tired, he may have been hurt, but look, he just turned it on and gave it everything he had for the last 20 seconds, and that earned him a fantastic TKO stoppage.
Mark Goddard really did give him every chance to get back to his feet. Fisher unable under the barrage from Artem Lobov. And we'll throw this one to Joe Martinez to make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 4 minutes, 59 seconds. Round number 3. Your winner by TKO victory, Ireland's own prospect killer, Artem Lobov!
Huge hometown victory and a classy display there from Artem Lobov.
I mean, you got to feel for Andrew Fisher.